Have you ever wondered what goes into creating a first-class education for our early years children? Well, here at Bright Stars, we have created our own unique curriculum. I'm here at Northcote Montessori, one of our flagship settings. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you around. So this is our baby room, and we take children in here up to about 12 months. Children receive a well-planned and clearly sequenced curriculum, with lots of opportunities to revisit prior learning. We focus particularly on the prime areas of learning in here, so that's our communication and language, physical development, and personal, social and emotional development. When we think about physical development, we have our lovely stage area over here, and that helps our more confident children to develop those physical skills that they need. So children can crawl up or they can walk up when they're steadier on their feet, and they can step up and down just to build the muscles and the coordination that they need for that next stage of walking. A really important feature about our curriculum is the importance that we place on communication and language for our children. So, for example, over here we have a low tray, then we've put some Weetabix in there, and there are some farmyard animals. Now, most children of this age will know animals such as sheep, horse, cow, and pig and dog. But we've added in donkey and goat to really introduce some new vocabulary to children. We also offer a set of core stories and songs, and they become more complex as children transition through the rooms. That really exposes children to a wide range of vocabulary. And of course, when they get to our preschool age, children are learning then about alliteration, rhythm and rhyme. We've also created a sensory sleep room, so children have the opportunity to really sleep deeply. This is our baby garden. There's lots of resources out here to really support that sensory exploration. We've got our water area over here so children can tip and pour, and also we've got our sensory logs. We've got our stones, resin, tiles and rope, and also a nice big sand area where children can actually immerse themselves in it. We also have our ballet bar over there, so children are able to go from sitting to standing. Children around about 18 months often go through enclosing schemas. That's when they like to really post things. So we've added some post boxes. That also supports that object permanence as well, meaning that something exists even when it's out of sight. We also have our hobbit hole over there, so it really supports children's role play. So we have a little mud kitchen in there for them to access. So this is our 1 to 2 age room. When children transition through, it's not always a daunting process for them. As you can see, the colours of the walls and the environment is very similar. It's just the fact that the resources become more challenging and more age appropriate. We have our empathy doll here, and what this does, this provides a source of companionship for a child from the minute they join, whilst they're building those attachments with staff and other children. So if a child is frightened of having nappy changing, for example, we'll be able to change the empathy doll so they can see what happens. We also have our Play-Doh table over here. What's really nice about this is actually that the Play-Doh is wrapped up, so it creates that awe and wonder. What's inside? We also have our physical equipment, supporting them to be able to climb the stairs, negotiate spatial awareness with others, and develop that coordination needed. Also over here, we're starting to come into a little bit more complex role play. They start to imitate what they see at home. So we've provided them with hats, scarves, purses and bags. Over here we have, again, lots of sensory play. We have our sand and our water. But by providing real, natural objects for children to play with, it really helps to develop their senses, but also their fine motor skills. They're able to pick the leaves from the flower, they're able to tear them, So really supports developing the muscles in the fingers that they need for that next phase. So this is our 2 to 3 age room. And of course, we broaden out in here to include the specific areas of learning. Of course, we don't forget the prime, that's communication and language, physical development, and personal, social and emotional development, but we also broaden out now to include the specific areas of learning, which is maths, literacy, understanding of the world, and expressive arts and design. Over here, children have a small world area where they're able to kind of investigate dinosaurs, soil, animals, and again, we link this to maths. As you can see, we've got pairs, size of animals, but also we've got block play. Block play is great for problem solving, looking at different shapes, size and structure. Over here, children now are becoming to understand more complex stories. So they're starting to reenact and revisit those traditional stories. We have now our story sacks that run alongside it. For example, this is the Billy Goat's Gruff. Children are able to try and reenact those stories using the puppets. This is the maths area, and things are starting to become a little bit more complex here. So we have matching, number, shapes, size, but also colour. But not just individual colours, this is shades of colour. Expanding on our maths into an activity, we have the Very Hungry Caterpillar over here. It's a children's firm favourite. But obviously we've got counting, matching, but also children are able to chop and peel the fruits. And that peeling action is really good for developing the fine motor skills, builds the muscles in the fingers that they need for early handwriting. Over here, we're starting to introduce children now to those scientific principles. So floating and sinking, or heavy and light. This is our preschool room, so space for our 3 and 4-year-old children. In here we really want to teach them life skills, so we have a designated preschool kitchen. Over here they're able to chop the vegetables ready for lunch and also butter their own snack and prepare their own tea. We also have an oven, so for example if they bake their own bread, they're able to put it in the oven and watch that chemical change through heat. Over here, instead of Play-Doh in here, we'll have something like clay, because that's better for the fine motor skills at this age. That stretching, pulling, poking is really good for building the muscles in the fingers that they're going to need for early handwriting. We have a simple maths area over here, but again, we're looking at those kind of more complex aspects of maths, geometric shapes. Over here, we have a range of orchestral instruments. Children are able to explore them and listen to the individual sounds. Then we might play a piece of orchestral music and see if children can identify that sound in that piece of music. It really helps to build on those listening and attention skills. Also over here, children are learning about understanding of the world. We have ice in here, so they're able to see how the material changes from a solid to a liquid. This is the water room. This is a real unique space. Children are able to immerse themselves fully in water, but also to explore the concepts of maths, such as weight, capacity and volume, or full and empty. The room also is around reflection and light, but also a little bit of physics around rotation and speed. This is a unique piece that's been imported, and children are able to work together as they turn the wheel. The quicker they turn the wheel, the faster the water flows. And of course we can put objects in here. So we can talk about first, second and third, perhaps flower heads, perhaps table tennis balls, things that might float. Through here we have a really nice cosy nook area for children to spend time with a key person, either through stories or songs or just some quiet time together. Also we have a space here to support children's physical development. Really a space to practice those fundamental movement skills, so climbing, jumping, balancing. And again, a space here for children to be creative, explore paint and media. We also have our theatre stage, a place where children can relive and reenact those traditional tales that they love so much. And again, an understanding of the world around them. We also have our apple trees to help children to understand where food comes from, and our tomatoes where they can pick and eat them.